My dear friends, my dear gods, my dear masters, welcome to all of you. Namaste to all. Welcome to the today's holistic wellness workshop. Day 19th we are right now. And before going to the session, my sincere pranams to my beloved Guruji, Brahmarshi Patriji, and let's see the today's schedules and the program details, friends. So these are the day 19 schedules, friends. Spiritual concept between 9 to 9:30 p.m. Meditation practice between 9:30 to 10. And holistic lifestyle between 10 p.m. to 10:15 p.m. And Mudra therapy, home remedies between 10:15 to 10:30 and question answers. Then these are the topics of today's schedule as per schedule. The first concept is spiritual concept. The Patriji 5-finger concept. It's very interesting and very deep wisdom is there. Spiritual wisdom we learn today. And next, we try to learn about holistic lifestyle. Part of that. So what is the use of microwave? What are the demerits? Non-stick fans. Gnana Mudra we learn. We'll also learn about Viruddha ahara and A2 ghee. Viruddha ahara and A2 ghee. This is very important concept, friends. Very important subject. So final question and answers. Okay, friends. So let's start the session of spiritual wisdom, basically. So what is the spiritual topic today is 5-finger concept. The 5-finger concept which you are seeing on the screen. So my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, when you try to understand the nature, the entire nature is within us, we are constructed by the nature 5 elements, basic elements, which are called Panchabhutas. Whatever Agni Tattva, Vayu Tattva, Prithvi Tattva, Neer Tattva, Akash Tattva. These are the 5 elements basically with which our body is constructed. The physical planet is constructed, friends. So it means everything is common. It means whatever we have, every other physical body, even the earth, even the entire, anything you take. For that matter, whatever you take on the earth planet, whatever you see physically, a solid object if you see, everything is made up of these basic 5 elements. Maybe the proportion of each element may vary, depends upon the physical body. Some of the places the Agni Tattva will be predominant. Some of the objects you may find more of space element and Vayu element. Likewise, the amount of proportion of these elements may vary from one physical structure to the other physical structure on this earth planet. Unless otherwise, all these 5 elements will be everywhere. Only the proportion, the proportion of each element may vary from one place to other place. For example, you take pure water. Water is flowing, it's a liquid. That is Neer Tattva, that is water element. Likewise, so many of the objects, many of the things what you notice on the earth planet, you take one plant. Plant is of almost like a 90% water. Plant is of 90% water. Remaining 10% only the organic material, organic stuff will be there. In our body, for example, we have 75% of water, 25% of the organic substance, the solid matter, whatever you call it as. Otherwise, 75% water is there. You take earth itself. Earth is occupied by almost 70% water, 30% is the land. Isn't it? So that means what? So that is the importance of every element, all these 5 elements. So all these 5 elements, basic elements, Panchabhutas, which are given by Paramatma, Supreme Intelligence. He has created it with his own mind, his own, With his own creativity, he has created all these things, with which the entire creation, the entire earth, on the earth planet, many things are happening. So what we do is, most of the times, human being, be it a scientist, be it any kind of a research oriented people, they try to discover what is there in the what is there in the nature already. There's nothing like a invention, my dear friends. There is no invention can be done by any scientist. Scientist, what is science basically? What is the meaning of science? The word science. It is understanding the nature. That's called science. You are going to understand what is there, not that you are creating something here. Even the Newton, for that matter, the Newton's law, right? Every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. That's what he tried to say. How did he get this? From the nature, he observed it. He observed, he understood, then he tried to explore it more. That's where the science has got that kind of role, my dear friends. Do not think that science means it can do everything. No. Science has got an ability to understand what is there in front of them. All the new things, the basic, the highest invention will be done by nature only. Nature will be keep inventing so many things. But that information will be passed to a particular human being, a particular explorer or a scientist. Through him, it will be conveyed to the entire world. So like that it happens, my dear friends. So for that matter, that means the Panchabhutas, whoever is able to understand more, whoever is able to be close to these Panchabhutas, he can try to do something, some kind of exploration of nature can be done. That's why these Panchabhutas are within us, with everywhere it is spread, everywhere it is available, everywhere it exists, friends. So if you try to follow the Panchabhutas, you can do a lot of exploration. Lot of exploration you can do about yourself, about all your surroundings. You can understand in a better way, a more sensible way. Most of the times, we are not at all aware of anything around surrounding us. And of course, we are not at all aware of what is there inside us, first of all. We do not know about our body itself. See, for example, you use the mobile, right? What do you do first? You try to understand about the mobile. Inside, what are the options are there? What are the various features are there in that mobile? You'll try to understand everything, isn't it? So before using the mobile, first you would like to ascertain all the things inside, the features, facilities, the kind of different softwares, different applications you want to explore. That's what everybody does. Similarly, you are using this physical body. Who is using? You are using. Who has given this instrument? The God has given. Paramatma has given to you. Who are you? Who are you that you are using? You are the soul. You are the Jivatma. You are the Amshatma. You are using this body. Your own body you are using. You are staying for something like, you are staying like a tenant there. You are a tenant. You are not the owner. The owner is the creator. You are the tenant. When you came to the tenancy, you are staying inside the house. What you are supposed to do? You are supposed to see where and all what is there. Because you need to hand over as it is. When you vacate the house, you need to hand over everything, whatever is there. Where was the mirror? Where were the light fittings? Where was the plumbing fittings? Where are the doors, windows? Everything has to be intact. If at all any damage you do, what happen? The owner will come and fine you. And owner will come and warn you. Isn't it? Similarly, you have taken this physical body for a kind of a tenancy, for a renting. You are rented it. So you are entered with your Paramatma, intelligence, he has given to you. And of course, with your own intention only, you have created, you have got this body. With your own previous karmas, you got this body. But with the guidance of your Paramatma, your supreme intelligence, you got this body. How well you have to utilize this body? You need to utilize very carefully. You need to handle very carefully what to eat, what kind of thoughts you are eating, what kind of food you are eating, what kind of, the thoughts you are releasing, and how you are able to maintain all your emotions, stress, strain to the physical body, and how much clean you are keeping your manomaya kosha. There are many things you all need to learn from spiritual wisdom, spiritual science, basically, right? So after learning from spiritual science, you need to implement them in your own life. Then only whatever the instrument what you have taken, you have borrowed from the Paramatma, from the Supreme Intelligence, you are going to return to him as it is, with not much damage. So basically, wear and tear will be there. For example, a tenant, as a tenant, you go to house. Already it has been used for 10 years, 15 years. The building is constructed. Owner will also understand what is the kind of wear and tear will be there in every item. Doesn't mean that suddenly you break one wall, isn't it? You break one wall, and try to make something different, the altogether different changes you are going to do your house. Owner will never agree. Similarly, so if you are doing any kind of a major damage to this physical body, definitely it will not be agreed. It is not agreeable in the view of law of karma with respect to the supreme intelligence. You won't agree. You have to face that again. You have to face the consequences of that karma in the next life. So that is why. So be very careful. So be very aware of your physical body. How to use it? How to run this physical body? Basically, that great awareness of yourself, your own physical body, you must ascertain. You must understand by doing swadhyaya, by doing sajjana sangatya, right? By interacting with the great masters, the great experts of this, health and wellness. Keep knowing all the things, all about, your own physical body. Many methods are there. We have been discussing so long time. We have been discussing many methods are available in order to achieve the holistic wellness. You don't need to worry about anything. You got headache, you got back pain, you got shoulder pain, you got gastric, you got acidity, you got some problem in the kidneys. For everything, there is a solution within your own the holistic methods, right? So only thing is we have no time to learn them. We don't care about that. We always find a doctor who gives some pills. Every ill there is a pill, but there is a reverse statement you try to understand. For every pill there is followed by ill. For every pill there is followed by ill also, my dear friends. So that's how, friends. So get more and more awareness and more the exploration of your own physical body, because it's constructed with the 5 basic elements. When you are aware of your own physical body, you can understand the entire nature. Because everything everywhere is same, isn't it? You have five elements. The same 5 elements are there in your nature also. Entire nature is constructed by 5 elements. So understand your own physical body properly, because you are living there. Then obviously you can understand in the entire nature surrounding you. You can get a proper connectivity. The proper communication can happen between the nature and yourself. The reason being, first you understood yourself. Without understanding yourself, there is no question, there is no scope for understanding the nature surrounding you. This is a statement I would like to clarify. Now, friends, all these 5 basic elements are within your fingers, right? The 5 fingers, whatever it is there. Agni Tattva, Vayu Tattva, Akash Tattva, Prithvi Tattva, Jala Tattva. The gel means water. So just see here, all the Panchabhutas here, right? This is one of the 5 finger concept. In the 5 fingers itself, I have all the basic elements which are represented here. So try to make a note of this. So carefully, all the time, whenever somebody asks you, immediately you should be able to answer. Where is Jal Tattva? Last. You see what happened whenever the kid, the school kid, or if he gets, you want to urinate, what will happen to the teacher, like this, so, isn't it? So there is symbolic representation, right? So that's what you will not show like a teacher, I want to go, teacher, I want to. You can't do that. You'll only do this. So that's how, friends, what happens is it's something like everywhere there's a lot of interconnectivity is there. You need to understand that more and more. If you explore more and more, you will get more and more understanding about everything, small, minute things also. right? So try to observe here. These are the 5 basic elements. All the 5 elements are represented very much here, right? Here, see here, Agni Tattva and Varuna Tattva, that is air, and Akash Tattva, space, and Prithvi and Jal Tattva. All these are actually, basically, all these are visible, friends. All these are visible, but Akash Tattva is not visible. Try understanding this. It means something which is not visible, but it is present. It is definitely present there. There is a space. The space you can't see in a solid matter. It's not a solid thing, but the presence of space everywhere. You just look into the sky. It's all a space, empty space. Nothing is there, but it exists, isn't it? Similarly, within our physical body, within our brain, within our nerves, deep, even every cell also you consider. Everywhere there is something called space element. That is why when you project like this, these are higher than all the other elements. Try to understand here. See, the great miraculous thing is this particular thing, center, the Akash Sattva is always higher than all other elements. It means it's having great importance than all the other elements, friends. Why? Because the space, the Akash Tattva, from which the entire universe is created. It's called with respect to the so-called conscious, with respect to spirituality, when we talk, this is nothing but a consciousness. Nothing but a space, the consciousness, Akash Tattva. So that's always higher, my friends. So having highest importance with respect to spirituality also. Okay. So now this is with respect to nature, we understood this. So try to remember this now. Similarly, you can see here the first concept. Today we are going to look at 6 different types of the 5-finger concepts, which are given by our beloved Guruji Patriji, right? So, and also not only these 6, we have so many. We have about 20 concepts are there. So, for an example, for the sake of lack of time, I try to give you only 6 today. The first concept, try to understand, my dear friends. Here, see all the 5 elements: Sarir, Tamogun, Man, Rajogun, and then Buddhi, Sattvic Gun, and then Atma, Suddha Sattvic. The final one is Tam, that is Nirgun, so that is Sarvatma. Okay, so hope you understood this. This is how the entire spirituality goes on, my dear friends. If you understand this, just this representation, the physical representation, you can understand all the spirituality. Let me explain you clearly. Now, see here, Sarira Tattva, friends. This is the lowest. See, try to understand in everybody's life, in a human life, the lowest importance is having only by physical body. There's a gross body. In fact, what happens is the physical body is the last manifestation, the lowest manifestation of your soul consciousness. It is present in the form of physical body. That's the final manifestation. Before that, there is an establishment of so many other layers of bodies, which we already discussed. So etheric body is there. That is Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, the Manomaya Kosha, that is Sukshma Sharira, basically. So Karana Sharira, Mahakarana Sharira. Then comes to Anandamaya Kosha, that is Karana Sharira is called Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, that is Viswamaya Kosha. The final one is Nirvanamaya Kosha. So there are so many bodies, my dear friends, which are all part of your soul. That means for every human life, they are all essential bodies. 7 bodies are there, which we already discussed. The only the body which is visible is physical body. Just after that is called etheric body or Pranamaya Kosha. Friends. So now what happens is, you see, here this is the smallest, the small finger, little finger represents the physical body. Okay. What it does is, it has got lower, we can call it as a low frequency operations will be done here. All the physicality, the physical activities will be done by physical body. Basically, it does some activities. It also, it can walk, it can do some functions, it can eat and sleep, it can reproduce. So some basic things can be done by this Sarir, that is with the tamoguna. Whoever is having the more of body consciousness, they are categorized as tamoguna. That means they need only the basic things they can do. They can't do more than that. They do not know how to think, how to use the mind. So all that, that's the next level for them, right? The first level is Sarira, using physical body. So what all the things can be done as a animal, like, animal are what it does. Similarly, we do that kind of activities when we are in the stage of the Sarira Tattva, body consciousness. Okay. So that's why this finger is, small one, the little finger. Next goes to little higher finger, little more than the little finger, that is the ring finger for your friends. The ring finger is larger, longer than this. So it indicates that this is higher evolved than the body. That is mind. Okay, manas, manaha. Okay, the manas, the mind, which is having little intelligence than the body. What it basically does is the manas, that means mind, because it's longer than the little finger, this controls the body. That means the mind controls the body always. Body will not control the mind, right? So that's how, friends, what happens is this longer than the little finger, this controls the body. What is mind, friends? Mind is a collection of so many thoughts, right? So many outside conditionings, and it is having day to day lot of thoughts comes and goes, right? And of course, mind means when you say mind, of course, mind is also having 4 parts: mano, chitta, ahankara, buddhi. That means mind, the conscious mind, just thinking mind. Second one is mind. After mind, there is a buddhi. That means the collection of experiences of all the lives, this life and all the previous lives. So with which you have your own buddhi. By birth, your buddhi, your intellect is fixed. Of course, it go on improve. Buddhi also go on change time to time. That's why the buddhi means that's a set of experiences, the essence of so many experiences of so many lives. So that's called buddhi. Next comes to ego. Ego means the ahankara, right? So that is the I-ness, like, I am. So that's kind of a ego. That is also part of the mind. Then comes to chitta. Chitta means what? Subconscious mind. It has got the storage of all the lives, my dear friends. All the lives, everything is stored inside the subconscious mind. That's also part of your mind. When you say mind, it has got 4 parts, my dear friends. Try to understand this. So mind is higher than the body. With this, you need to understand always. Mind controls the body. Whatever the direction it gives, body follows. For example, in my mind, I get anger. Isn't it? What is anger? Anger is your mental activity, not the physical activity. As such, the physical body is always cool. Who is instigating it? Who is instigating? Who is introducing this kind of a highest chemical reactions within your physical body because of your thought? That thought means thought is a part of the mind. As such, thought itself is a mind. When the thought comes, the anger, which is taken place within your mind, in the brain, what happens? The kind of a chemical reactions starts happening. Then those chemicals will just flush into the physical body through the blood. It goes to various parts of the body. That's where whenever you are anger, your entire body composition will change. Chemical composition will completely change, my dear friends. So that's how what will happen is definitely you find a lot of difference from a normal stage to the anger stage. So that's how, friends, see, a small thought is just a thought, an invisible thought, isn't it? A invisible thought. Of course, thought itself is energy. Where from the thought comes, my dear friends? Thought comes from where? Thought comes from the consciousness. The consciousness will generate the thought. Basing on your buddhi. Basing on your buddhi. So there is a consciousness, that is a Atma, Jivatma. From there, thought is originated. The thought comes to the buddhi. Buddhi will try to filter it out. It will filter. It will add or it will delete. Right? Then it pass on to the mind. If your buddhi is lacking of buddhi, it means your intellect is low. You are having a bad intellect, for example. Though consciousness gives the great thought, miraculous thought. A thought is generated. Let's say I want to help somebody. So that's a thought which is generated from your own consciousness, from your Atma. So definitely that is having only the goal is you have to help that person who is in difficulties. But when it comes to the Buddhi says, no, I don't want, we should not do that because this guy has, some time ago, he has given me trouble. So let's not do that. Only do something, maybe small help you do, don't do much. Then that will pass to the mind. Mind will not alter, my dear friends. Buddhi is the controller of mind. Mind is the control of the body. Buddhi is the control of the mind. Okay, then as per whatever the Buddhi says, the mind starts listening. When the mind starts listening, in the mind, whatever happens, it's a chemical that is a thought. So thought will introduce all the chemical reactions, whatever supposed to happen in the body, then the same activity or the deed will be performed with the physical body. Now, as you see here, physical body is pure, your consciousness is pure. In between, who is manipulating all these things? Your mind and buddhi. That is why, so these mind and buddhi, we will try to suppress, we will try to set down during the meditation. Otherwise, in the meditation also, you don't get any benefit, my dear friends. Obviously, in the regular life, you need mind. You need mind for what? Thinking. In order to do something, with your physical body, without your mind, it won't work. Your physical body is dumb. Mind is nothing but a consciousness. We say that mind is nothing but consciousness, but consciousness is far higher than the mind, my dear friends. Mind is sitting on the second level. It is at the lower level, but it is driven by your own consciousness. But it is manipulated or it is filtered. It is the metamorphosis happens because of your buddhi. Okay, so that's how you need to understand the deeper perspective of this mind and buddhi. Right now, you observe here the middle finger that indicates buddhi. So buddhi means, so you try to use the intelligence or intellect, my dear friends. So the second one is rajoguna. When you use the mind has got all the 6 arised vargas, as I already explained in the previous class. All the arised vargas are there: kama, krodha, lobha, mada, macharya. All the 6 qualities are there. So these 6 qualities, the kind of variation in these 6 qualities, the kind of imbalance in these 6 qualities. So that matters a lot for your own life, my dear friends. So with which the personality of a person is fixed basing on those 6 qualities, right? So that's what we understood, very well understood in the previous classes. So that's why any person who is acting with the mind, who is using only with the mind, who is permitted to the mind's qualities, then that person will be in the kind of category it comes under rajoguna, my dear friends. It will be always the rajoguna. It's the aggressive nature. There is no intelligence over there. There is no intelligence. He is completely driven by the 6 qualities of mind. 6 inner enemies, we can call it them. So with which he will be driven. That's why he does a lot of mistakes, lot of, many of the unlawful things, many of the unnecessary things, everything he makes. He does a lot of hurt to the other people, a lot of hurting will do other people. That's how this whoever is there in the man, that is Rajoguna, will be predominant, my dear friends. Only mind. If at all, if they add buddhi to the mind, definitely it is much improved. That's why go to the third one now. It is that the finger is higher than the mind. Try to observe that. That finger is higher than the mind also. It means buddhi will control the mind. At this point of time, make it clear with yourself. The mind is controlling body. The mind is controlled by buddhi, intellect. That's how it is so important, my dear friends. How do you get more buddhi? You do more meditation, you do more swadhyaya, you do more sajana sangatya, you get more buddhi. That's the whole over the period of so many lives, you try to attain this buddhi, my dear friends. So Gautam Buddha, because his buddhi is infinite. Infinite buddhi is there. That's why he became a Gautam Buddha. Buddha is it's a like not a person name, my dear friends. It is a state of mind. That's called Buddhatva, Buddhahood. Right. See, just observe after the buddhi, just go to the next one, that is Atma, Amsha. Friends, Atma means there's a consciousness, our own soul consciousness. It is always pure. How powerful it is? I told many times. It is infinite potential. Where it is? Within you. Do you know where it is? Did you realize it? You never realized it. That's why you are always suffering. When do you get the realization? Do your sadhana. Do your inner journey. Do the swajjaya, sajan shangatya. Do all these things. All these three things all the time. Somehow try to keep mind and buddhi aside. Go with your own consciousness through meditation. You can realize that. And also, you'll be able to unveil the consciousness. The connectivity with the consciousness will be unveiled only through meditation. Meditation is the doorway in order to access your consciousness. That is infinite powerful. Infinite power is there in that. Now, when there is infinite power within you, where are all you are searching, my dear friends? Why you are searching? Outside, with the people, with the situations, with the instruments, with the various things, multiple ways. You are searching for what? Searching for the wealth, searching for the health, searching for the happiness, searching for the peace, searching for the lack of energy, searching for getting energy. You want to become better, and better, more and more and better. All these things, you're searching outside somewhere. I don't know why you're searching. What for you're searching? What you found outside? Everything is impermanent. The law of permanency. All the outside things, whatever it may be it a moon, sun, whatever it may be, everything will vanish. Everything will disappear from this universe on one day, other day. After a billion or billions of years, let it be. It will disappear. How come you can get anything from outside, friends? Now tell me. When there is infinite power, when it's within you, only the obstacle is your mind and buddhi. Even the buddhi has to be switched off. Not required during meditation. You don't need to think when you're doing meditation whether it's good, right, wrong. Don't apply your buddhi also. Switch off everything. Connect to your pure consciousness through the breath. Breath is something like a switch. If you switch on, then what happens? The mind will be switched off. When the mind is switched off through breath only, you go inside. Breath is like you just think that your breath is a key for a door, right? So the door is there. You need a key in order to open the door. The house is so big, right? House is very big. What is the size of the key? A small, this much only key. So such is the nature of the breath also, my dear friends. House means here your consciousness. Your consciousness is so big, so vast. But in order to connect to that, what is required? A small breath is required. The breath. It's a small one. Just a teeny flow of.
इधर आ रहा है टेम्पो कौन सा गाना
kindly mute it. Please don't disturb. Friends, so now what happens is this steady flow of breath, which is sufficient in order to connect to the vast consciousness. Consciousness is like a ocean, bigger than the ocean, multiple million times of ocean, my dear friends, consciousness. So to connect to that, a small breath within you, that is essential. That is the door, that is the key for the door. Understand? So that's how, friends. So that is the importance of the consciousness, which is called Atma. Okay? This is this finger, index finger. Friends, this index finger. It represents Atma. Then goes to the other one is Nirguna. Nirguna means Sarvatma. What will happen is once you realize that you have that consciousness within you, you realized it, then you'll also come to know with your more and more practice of meditation. If you go into the Samadhi Sthiti, Nirvikalpa Samadhi Sthiti, in Savikalpa Samadhi Sthiti, you may not understand. You may not realize the something called God is everywhere. It is all pervading, the omnipresent. Sarvam Kalidam Brahmam. So that you may not be able to understand in the Nirvikalpa Savikalpa Samadhi. When you keep practicing more and more sadhana, then you will enter into the state That's called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That is where you become an infinite soul. When you become infinite soul, friends, you can understand the infinity nature of yourself. What is the infinity nature? Sarvatma. That means Mamatma Sarvabhutatma. Mamatma Sarvabhutatma. That means the same soul consciousness exists everywhere. Small particle, smallest particle to the and anything which is much bigger. Everywhere the soul consciousness is pervading. So understanding that is called Sarvatma. Sarvatma means it is pervading everywhere. So that particular state of your mind, you will reach only with Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Once you get the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what you become an infinite soul. You yourself will be promoted, will be reached to the state of creator, my dear friends. So this is the pure understanding of, hope you understood the entire spirituality within these 5 fingers. Right. Same thing I explained here. You can go through that. Now the second one. What is the second one? Friends, let's understand this. We already understood part of the first picture where it shows the 5 nature elements, isn't it? Little finger Jala Tattva, ring finger Prithvi Tattva, middle finger Agni Tattva, and index finger Vayu Tattva, thumb is Akash Tattva. This is the little opposite we have indicated here. So with respect to spirituality, this is correct. With respect to nature, this is correct. Look at here. I am showing this middle finger as an especially Agni Tattva, and I am showing this as a Akash Tattva. This, the thumb finger, I am showing it as a Akash Tattva. Akash Tattva with respect to spirituality is, that is consciousness, emptiness, basically. That's why observe this. Now you observe this clearly, right? Just go to this one, type 2. So look at here. You'll understand clearly what I'm trying to say. So little finger as it is Jal Tattva, that is same with respect to nature, with respect to spiritual side. Ring finger Prithvi Tattva, that is so Dharani, that is earth element. Middle finger makes the difference. Middle finger with respect to nature, it is Akash Tattva, space, isn't it? Then comes to index finger Vayu Tattva, that is same. Comes to thumb finger is called Akash Tattva. That's what we have made a small change here. Try to observe the first one and second one, my dear friends. What is first one? Thumb indicates what? Paramatma. What is Paramatma? Paramatma means consciousness. What is consciousness? Emptiness. Space. Just space, nothing. Okay? Right? This emptiness, whatever this emptiness, that is why we indicated here. Thumb is Akash Tattva. That's what the understanding you have to make, my dear friends. Okay? Right. So as we also already told, part of Mudra therapy, any variation in these 5 elements leads to a disease. Any variation in these 5 elements in your physical body, the imbalance of any of these nature 5 elements, friends, it leads to the disease. Basically, it leads to Vata, Pitta, Kapha. 3 doshas. 3 doshas in our physical body is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So that will emanate from the imbalance of all these, the 5 nature elements, my dear friends. Note down this particular point. Now, go to the second one. So this is what you need to understand. It's very clear. Now go to the third one. Friends, look at here. So these 5 fingers are basically, it's all what I'm trying to say here. Today, what all the things I'm trying to teach you, these are all actually basically symbolic representation. It doesn't mean that it is within this finger. It is not that. But of course, the nature 5 elements are the 5 fingers what we have shown. Yes, that is correct. Exactly, that 5 elements are in the 5 form of fingers. But all other spiritual side, whatever we saw, is a concept. We prepared a concept in order to make you to understand more. So that's why they're all symbolic representation as per the spirituality concept. Friends, the other thing is the type 3. The type 3 representation of the 5 fingers concept is little finger, you see, Tamoguna, ring finger, Rajoguna, middle finger, Satvik Guna, Index finger, Suddha Sattvic Guna, thumb finger, Nirguna. Let me correlate with the type 2. Tamoguna means what, friends? You are in the body consciousness. You almost like, so many lives. We have studied very well in the soul evolution. The soul evolution, what happened? When the infant soul take the birth, then it becomes a baby soul. Then it becomes the young soul. Then becomes old soul. Old soul to mature soul. Mature souls to transcendental soul. After transcendental soul, it becomes a infinite soul. Isn't it? So that's how the soul evolution goes on. With respect to number of lives, multiple number of lives. For example, you take infant soul. In the palm of the infant soul, lead the lives, physical lives, more about, approximately about 60 to 70 lives on this Earth planet or any other planet in the universe. So while it is doing so, all the lives what it leads in the tamoguna, right? The basic qualities of a human life. With respect to tamoguna, it leads all the lives, my dear friends. That's why, so the little finger I have categorized as a tamoguna, right? Tamoguna means it has got most probably, tamoguna means most of the times it is, just a second. Right. Okay. So small power disturbance was there. Friends, little finger tamoguna, it represents that all the basic body characteristics, the lives with respect to body, only body consciousness. He doesn't have even, not even the mind. He doesn't have any capability to take decisions, how to do, what next, how to do this, how to improvise my life. All this will not be there. This kind of knowledge also, it will not be there. You will also not try. You just go with the only bodily activities and body characteristics. Basic life. Then comes to ring finger, Rajoguna. That is where we explained you. Rajoguna means he will try to take some decisions. He will lead the life, and also he gets the mind. At this point, he gets the mind into the play. Mind starts working for him. That means so many lives. You work with only body consciousness. Then it slowly comes into the mind consciousness. The mind consciousness, especially, will have the characteristics of, so trying to do some things, trying to improvise himself. That's what he tries to start. He try to think that, he's a Hindu, he's a Christian, he's a Muslim, he's a white, he's black. I am bigger than him, superior than him. I have more money, I have more power. So likewise, he goes on with the aggressive characteristics, the Rajoguna. It leads so many lives. Similarly, go to Sattvic Guna, friends. That is where the intelligence or intellect comes into play. So he try to work with the intelligence. That means he try to control the mind. In the second ring finger, Rajoguna, the stage of Rajoguna is he doesn't have any control on the mind, my dear friends. If you want to kill somebody, you'll kill. You'll not think about it. He doesn't think about the consequence also. You go and kill, that's all. And he kill the animal and eat for his own food. He never think that the animal is suffering and later on I need to get some karma. All that doesn't come into him. That kind of a awareness will not be there with him. That is called Rajoguna Tattva, friends. So he doesn't bother about any other people. He want to be always secured, his family, himself, and he want to be always superior than other people. That's only he's having. This is also called Swadhisthana Chakra. Isn't it? So we have worked about Tamoguna means, Tamoguna is especially Mooladhara Chakra. Then comes to Swadhisthana Chakra. Then comes to middle finger represents Sattvika Guna. What is Sattvika Guna, friends? Here is the intelligence or intellect starts playing. He knows some knowledge is there. Somewhere he heard. That means, of course, that doesn't come in the one life or second life, my dear friend. Just after the soul is born from the supreme intelligence, it doesn't come. And also, you don't need to worry. See, many of the people, you observe the society. Some people will be so, like a basic life they will be leading. Whatever you say, they won't understand. Maybe in your own family, in your own family, your children, your husband, your wife, whoever it may be, they'll be having basic characteristics. Even you tell that learn some Sangeeta, learn a music, or so do something more. They won't understand. They won't get into the mind itself. The reason is that soul is not evolved. That soul is particularly maybe infant soul, maybe baby soul. You want whatever you say, they'll do their own way of doing. They won't change. But you'll be worried because you don't have spiritual wisdom. You don't have all this wisdom what we are trying to discuss. When we don't have this wisdom, what will happen is we treat, we think, we take so seriously all those things. When you take, and when you try to analyze them, and when you try to take them as a serious matter, then you will suffer. Then the depression starts within you. Anxiety will start. Anger will come. Isn't it? So all this is happening because lack of your wisdom. When you are a spiritual person, you are in a spiritual journey, you can very well understand. If somebody is not behaving properly, right? Isn't it? He's not behaving properly, he's not able to understand. Though he can understand, he's not able to understand. It means that is the level of consciousness. That is the level, that is the stage of soul evolution. Just leave it that. Just leave it like that. But later on, after so many lives, they also come to the position where you are right now. There is no emergency, there is no urgency, my dear friends. This evolution is always there for every soul. I already told you, the constant progression of evolution. It is there for every soul. Why do you worry about it? Today, that soul is that stage. Maybe after 50, 60 lives, of course, you will be heading forward, but your son only, at that stage of soul, he may come to the same stage of you, what you are right now. He may take another 50 lives. How does it matter for you? Why you are worried about it? And why you are suffering because of his attitude or his character? You just need to accept as it is. Whatever he is, whatever she is, whatever it is, you need to accept as it is. Then only you get the nature of acceptance will give you the nature of what is called the nature of ananda, nature of bliss you will get. You will get the bliss in that particular time, otherwise your happiness will be lost. You'll be always in suffering. When you bring suffering to through the mind, you are giving to physical body. The physical body will undergo the ailments, will undergo a lot of diseases because of your own thoughts of suffering, thoughts of anxiety, thoughts of jealousy, isn't it? So all this you're not supposed to do, my dear friends. Anyway, Sattvika Guna then goes to Suddha Sattvika Guna. When you understand you are playing with the buddhi, you are having a buddhi, then you definitely play your life only with the buddhi and intelligence. Then next level is the people who go beyond the buddhi, then they try to be with something called Atmic consciousness, the soul consciousness. They'll be always in the state of the consciousness, my dear friends. Who are those people? See, buddhi means most of the time buddhi is with respect to many things. Spiritual side, materialistic side. Two buddhi is there, two types of buddhi, right? For example, a good poet or a great musician is also having intellect. He's a great intellectual person, but don't say that he's a master. He's not a master of life, my dear friends. He's having an intellect with respect to his own the profession, his own art. He is very good at. We'll say that okay, he's a very great Buddhist. He's having great intellect. We say that he's an intellectual person. We call it that, but doesn't mean that he doesn't have any spiritual buddhi. Spiritual wisdom is not there, my dear friends. He doesn't know what is spirit, what is soul, what is consciousness. He is not at all aware of it. They also belongs to the Sattvika Guna, my dear friends. They also comes a part of the Sattvika Guna, so to the certain extent, isn't it? So they come the part of that. Then later on, they also evolve. They also evolve after certain number of lives. They also get into evolution. So they get into something called Anahata Chakra. They get into from the Manipura Chakra, that is Sattvika Guna. From the Sattvika Guna, Manipura Chakra, they get into the Anahata Chakra. That is where you find that is where you find Suddha Sattvika Guna. Basically, Suddha Sattvika Guna, it deal with the three chakras. Anahata, it starts at Anahata, grow with the Visuddha, ends at the something called Agnya Chakra. Right? Understand? So it starts with the Anahata, grow with the Visuddha, ends at the Agna Chakra. By the time Agna Chakra, my dear friends, you became a complete intelligent man, a complete man. You are a realized enlightened master. Okay? So that's called Suddha Sattvika Guna. Then if you cross that, my dear friends, if you cross it, then you enter into something called Nirguna. What is Nirguna? You understood, right? You understood, you realize your own consciousness. It means you are beyond the body, you are beyond the body, you are beyond the mind, you are beyond the buddhi. You are you yourself is a consciousness. You are a pure consciousness. You understood, you realized it. So that is called Suddha Sattvic Guna. When you come to that understanding, that realization, then the next step is you enter into the seva. Seva means what? You do the service. What kind of service? You do the spiritual service. Because you understood that whatever is there in you, it is there everywhere. So what is the point in leading the materialistic life, my dear friends? When you understand whatever is there in you, it is everywhere. Where the question of violence comes into picture. He never resort to any violence because he understood everywhere the same. I am there everywhere. When I am there everywhere, I look at everything, myself. Myself and others are equal. I and my father is one. I and you are one. I am the son of the Father. I am the son of the God. When you understand that, there is no question of I. There is no question of the individual consciousness. That is Suddha Sattvic Guna. You go beyond that now. When you will be able to go beyond that Suddha Sattvic Guna, you enter into something called Nirguna. Here, there is nothing. Not even Suddha Sattvic Guna. Not even that, the people who are in the Atmic consciousness, individual consciousness, the individual realization, self-realization happens. Even then, I say that it's not complete. It is not complete, my dear friends, unless you reach to the state where Nirguna, it's called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. When it happens, then only the purpose of life, the goal of the entire human life is completely fulfilled, my dear friends. Then you never need to born again to this physical planet. So in the state of Nirguna, my dear friends, so many lives will take, everybody will take part of you in Nirguna. In the part of Nirguna, that is the final stage of human evolution, that is infinite soul. You become infinite soul. During the stage of infinite soul, what you do, basically after you become infinite soul, whenever you depart from the physical plane, you will only come back on a particular purpose, on the welfare of the humanity, to establish dharma, like a avatar Purush, avatar Purush. Like that, you come here, do something, and then depart. Otherwise, you are not forced to come here. It is only your choice, purely left to your choice, optional. Right? So, my dear friends, with this understanding, hope you got a complete understanding about the spiritual science. Right. So other things, little bit more understanding. Little finger indicate Kumbhakarna. He eats for 6 months. He'll sleep for 6 months. That's the body consciousness. Ring finger Ravana. Ravana is having the mind, the grown-up mind, having the great, he is also a gnani. Basically, he's a gnani, having all these Arishad Vargas still, working with him. Right? He's lacking of that prajna. The prajna is little lacking. So, but he's definitely the great knowledgeable person. That's why we call it as Ravana Brahma, isn't it? But there is a Rajoguna. Little Rajoguna is there. That aggressive nature is there. That's how, so he has eloped the Sita Mata, and lot of that, after that the consequence he has faced, isn't it? With Sri Rama, all these things happen. The entire Ramayana is go with him. Okay, Ravana, Sri Rama, and Sita. So like that, friends. The ring finger indicates Ravana Tattva. Okay, and the middle finger indicates Vibhishana. He is having some intelligence, the intellect. He applies the intellect. What to do, what not to do, what will be the consequence, try to estimate that. And index finger indicates Hanuman. So try to understand. There's a very, very, very much relevance is there with respect to this finger. This indicates air element, isn't it? So air element means, friends, the breath. When you are with the breath, Okay, that means you are going to connect your soul. That's why we say this is Atma. Atma means what? Once you become Hanuman Putra, Vayu when you become Vayu then you connect to the soul. Okay, when you connect to the soul consciousness, that's why we call this index finger as a soul, individual soul. Atma, right? We call this as. So why we call this as Varuna, Hanuman, right? Hanuman, Varuna, Atma. All is having the same interconnectivity, interlinking, my dear friends. Now, go to the thumb. Thumb is Sri Rama. Thumb indicates Sri Rama. What happens when you become a individual, if you get a self-realization, that indicates this one, Atmic consciousness, then what will happen? You also understand that with your own practice, more and more practice, you understand that the same consciousness everywhere, then that becomes a Paramatma. That is this finger, that is Sri Rama. Right. Fine. Other fifth type of representation, little finger Bhukti, ring finger Rakti, middle finger Yukti, index finger Shakti, thumb finger Mukti. So Bhukti means most of the times eating, sleeping, all this Bhukti. So little, maybe a slight devotion. So Rakti means the most of the times like entertainment, enjoyment. The soul needs, especially when the soul is in the stages of the Rajoguna, it tries to give the importance for the physical entertainment. That is Rakti. Yukti means middle finger. Yukti means Yukta Hara, Vihara, right? Yukta Hara, Yukta Ayachana, Yukta Bhashana. So everything is a limited format. So that understanding comes by the time once he comes to the stage of the intelligence and intellect, my dear friends. Next comes to index finger, Shakti. What will happen is this finger, when you be with the breath, you become aware of your own soul consciousness. When you become aware of your own soul consciousness, when you are with your soul consciousness, you receive a lot of cosmic energy. That's where Shakti is called. This indicates Shakti. Then finally, once you realize once you get a self-relation with this, then you also will get Mukti. That is this one. Mukti. Mukti means what? Release from all the bondages, worldly bondages, mental bondages, physical, mental, social, all the bondages. In fact, spiritual bondages, you'll be coming out of it. Right. The sixth type of option, little finger indicates Yukta Hara, ring finger Yukta Vihara, middle finger Yukta Chesta, index finger Yukta Dhyana, thumb finger Yukta Enlightenment. See here, everything Yukta, everything is Madhe Marga. Gautam Buddha says, Madhe Marga, Madhe Marga. That is the exact meaning of this, my dear friends. Right? Little finger, Yukta Ahara. Always eat what you require. What is sufficient? Eat only that much. Never ever eat too much. Overeating. It's called overeating. Never do that. So that's not required for the physical body. You need only Yukta Ahara. So limited food. Mitahara, limited food. Yuktahara means what to be eaten, what not to be eaten, how much to be eaten. So that is Yukta Ahara. Mitahara means limited food. So in Mita Ahara also, what kind of quality of the food you need to eat? That's called Yukta Ahara, my dear friends. So it must be pure food. It must be pure food as much as possible. You should eat pure food. Yukta Vihara. So that means when you are doing Vihara, that means entertainment for the physical body, it must be on the righteous way, the right path. You must not do the entertainment in the wrong way, my dear friends. Okay? It does not hurt. It should not hurt the other people. Okay? Though you entertain yourself, entertainment is required for the soul, for your physical body, basically. So, but it should be on the righteousness way. Middle finger, Yukta Chesta. You have to do the karmas. A lot of karmas you must do. So being idle is not encouraged at all on this earth planet. You must do some karmas. So of course, the karmas also you must do with a buddhi. When you do your karmas with a lot of buddhi with you, a lot of intellect with you, those karmas will be the most efficient karmas, my dear friends. That's why Yukta Chesta. Then comes index finger, Yukta Dhyana. Whatever you do meditation also not to be unlimited, my dear friends. Because we are in this materialistic life, we are also leading our physical life, then what will happen is, so your dhyana or meditation cannot be like a yogi. You cannot go and sit in the cave, then where you can do the practice of meditation days together, months together, years together. You can't do that. When you are in the physical life, you need to accomplish all other things also along with your own practice of meditation. So that's why Yukta Dhyana. It should be in a right quantity of dhyana, right quantity of right quality of meditation. You must do it. Next, thumb indicates Yukta enlightenment. Your enlightenment also having a lot of stages, my dear friends. When I understand that I'm not in this physical body, I'm a mind. If I understand that, that is one stage of enlightenment. When with a more and more practice of swadhyaya, sajjana sangatya, meditation, what do you understand? You also understand that I'm not this body and mind, I'm a little above than that. I'm a buddhi, I'm intellect, I'm intellectual. When you understand that, that is the little higher enlightenment. The enlightenment also goes in a different stage, my dear friends. Right? It's called stages of enlightenment. And whenever you reach the intellect and you're operating with intellect, you also understand I'm not only the intellectual person, I also have something called higher than me. Somebody else is controlling me. Somebody else is controlling me. My real form, my my true form is not intellect. My true form is beyond this. Let me understand that. Let me explore. So when you get that kind of understanding, that's one more the kind of the another stage of enlightenment, my dear friends, isn't it? So when you reach to the soul self-realization, enlightenment, what you call it is the name of enlightenment. When you understand yourself that you are a soul consciousness, that is another stage of enlightenment. The final stage of enlightenment comes to I'm not only this individual soul, the same individual soul consciousness is everywhere pervading. I'm a part of Paramatma. Paramatma and me, one and the same. My father and me are one and the same. When I got to come to that understanding, I reached the stage called Brahma Gnanasthiti. That is, I become Brahmarshi. I become a infinite soul, my dear friends. So that's the final stage of enlightenment. It is called Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi Sthiti. On the earth, that is the last stage of enlightenment, my dear friends, beyond which there is no more stage of enlightenment. You need to depart from here so you can grow in the upper worlds, Urtalokas. All your further growth, further your evolution, or further maybe your creation, everything happens from the Urtalokas, from the upper worlds. Nothing else is there. There is no small iota of work, iota of your any assignment will not be carried forward or will not be done on this earth planet. That doesn't belong to earth planet at all. You are completely liberated soul. You are a liberated soul from the any kind of a physical creation, the physical birth and death cycle, my dear friends. So that's how everybody has to evolve. Okay, hoping that so we all will evolve to that stage. Definitely, let's do the meditation now for 10 minutes. Sit in the meditation. Whoever knows the meditation, sit in the meditation. You already know the meditation. Please sit in the meditation. Close your eyes. Clasp your fingers. Cross your legs. Sit your back erected to the wall or a chair. You can sit comfortably on the chair also, on the floor, on the bed, wherever it is comfortable for you. Having a sthira sukha asana is much more important. Be in the sthira sukha asana, comfortable posture, my dear friends. Then switch off your lights, take away your spectacles, you cross your legs, you cross your fingers into fingers. Now close your eyes. Then observe your breath. Simple, natural breath. Keep observing on the nose tip. Exactly at the nose tip, start observing your own breath, my dear friends. Natural flow of breath. Just keep observing. There is no kumbhaka, there is no rechaka, there is no increasing, decreasing. controlling all that is not there. Your natural breath, let it flow on its own path. Just be an observer, not to be a controller. Just be an observer, a grand observer, a grand witness, witnessing the breath. Just be with it. How you observe the water flow when you are sitting on the bank of the river. Similarly, just sit, just have your notice, your observation on the nose tip. Just observe like a witness. No question of the control, my dear friends. No question of the control of your breath. You're not supposed to do any control on the breath. Let the natural rhythm of flow keep happening through your both nostrils. Just be aware of it. Just be a best companion, a best friend of your breath. Make the friendship with the breath. Once you become a best friend of your mind, best friend of your breath, then it will switch off your mind. The breath is the controller of your mind or your thoughts. If there is the more and more breath is happening, then the more and more thoughts will be circulating through your mind. When the breath becomes slow and slow, slow and slow, through meditation process, the thoughts also becomes slower and slower and slower, becomes 0 and 0, 0. Sunya sthiti. You reach to the state of emptiness through the breath, my dear friends. Nothing else is required. Just a breath is sufficient. No more chanting, no more mantra, no more tantra, no God form, no visualizations. Just a plain breath is enough in order to open the doors for your kingdom. The kingdom of the God is within you. In order to open the door of your kingdom of the God, the key is your breath, your own breath, my dear friends. Nothing else required. No one can open the door of the kingdom of the God, my dear friends. Only the breath can open the door of the kingdom of the God. That's how, that's why you must always be with your breath. Always, time and again, now and then, time and again, repeatedly, always, all the time, everywhere. Be with your natural breath. So that will that will hasten the progress of your soul, that will hasten the self-realization, that will open your door, that will open your internal door to the great kingdom of the God as soon as possible. Be with your natural breath, my dear friends. No more thinking. If you get any thoughts also, just forget. You don't need anything now. During meditation, myself with me, that's all. My body, my mind, my intellect, everything is set up. Body, mind, intellect, everything is set up. The only existence is pure consciousness. It is enough. That's where I realize my God. That's where I get huge amount of cosmic energy. That is where I realize I receive all the communication, whatever possible, whatever is required, whatever eligible from the cosmos, from the Paramatma. I receive the great messages. I will receive the great communication. I will establish the great communication with my supreme intelligence. All the higher world beings, My soul guides with every higher world, with every higher world being. I'll be able to communicate when I am just to be with my own consciousness, for which your breath is the only medium. Your breath is the only way it will connect your consciousness to the higher consciousness, my dear friends. Be with your breath, natural, simple flow of breath. final two. Use your natural breath. Last breath. Last 1 minute. Final to 1 minute of meditation. Be with your natural breath. Last 30 seconds. Final 30 seconds. Be with the natural breath. Last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Place your both palms on your both eyes for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly take your hands. By looking at your hands, slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. So friends, please come back. Become aware of your body, physical body. Become aware of your surroundings. Then come back. Right. So wonderful friends, we are done. We have received the great wisdom from universe, and also we have done wonderful meditation today. And after that, after that, we are trying to understand the holistic lifestyle. The part of holistic lifestyle today, let's understand on micro oven. So what the micro oven you are using? So in day and out, in every family, we use micro oven for reheating the substances, but reheating the food, basically, and also cooking some of the dishes through the micro oven. We always try to do that, my dear friends. So, but what is the rationale behind it, and why we should not use more especially the micro ovens? We need to understand. So these things are working with the higher frequencies. The frequencies are microwaves, which are very high frequency in nature. Generally, what happens it tries to introduce some side effects like mobile waves. No, mobile waves also, when you are sleeping, your mobile cannot be with you. The reason is that high frequency waves will disturb your sleep, basically. So it's not good for the health. The same way, my dear friends, these microwaves, it is not the ordinary method. So they use the very high frequency waves in order to generate the heat. That's why. So this is not the best method. It's not a great method compared to the our older methods. So we need to be aware of it. So to the extent, to the limited extent, we should use. We should not at all use all the times for everything, for every cooking, for everything. Let us not use it. Okay, it doesn't give any health for you. It will spoil the health basically. Okay, that's how it is. The reason is our bodily frequencies are not so high frequencies, my dear friends. Our bodily frequencies are lesser than that. Of course, our consciousness, our thoughts are at higher, at very high frequencies. But body doesn't have that kind of high frequencies. No? It can't withstand. It never withstand that kind of high frequencies. It may give some kind of a wrong and side effects onto the physical body. Okay. So let's not do that. And if you want to, anyhow, you want to read the things, there is a double boiling method. A simple is you take a vessel, right? So maybe you can put on the gas stove and reheat or something. You can try. But if you don't want to do that also, in a much better way is take one vessel, put the water, 1 liter water, heat it properly to the extent of what heat you wanted. Then whatever the substance you want to heat, just put into that water. Then it will heat. It will give you the sufficient hardness in the food what you want to eat. With the heat and hot. So that will be the double boiling method. It's called. Okay, you can try this now. Non-stick pans, especially, please avoid that. The reason is it is having a lot of Teflon coating. A lot of chemicals are coated to that non-stick pans. So especially nowadays, in many of the kitchens, they use this. The reason being they are cheaper. A lot of varieties are available.
ಯಾರಿಗ್ರಿ ಅದು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್
Easy,
ಹಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ
easy to,
ಮಾಡ್ರಿ
into the
ಕೈ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ರ ಅಂತ
it is easy to use. That's the main thing. But it is not good because within 3 months that coating, that non-Teflon coating starts melting, and it will, when it is degrading, what happens? It gets into your food. The small particles basically. It goes into your food, then it gets into stomach, then it creates a lot of problem in the small intestine. So when it creates a lot of, it will be like an obstacle, or it is coated to the inner walls of the small intestine. Then it does a lot of harm to the physical body, my dear friends. So go with the iron tawas, the frying pans, or with the something called pot based, mud based products are there, steel based products are there. Go with that. Now, part of today's mudra therapy, I would like to teach you the Gnana Mudra. Gnana Mudra is so symbolic and it's a gesture. Always it indicates that, it increases your Gnana. It causes, your sthiti to change, to seek the Gnana. So that's a kind of inspiration. The instigation happens by making this, by getting into the Gnana Mudra. It's also called Chin Mudra. Many of the people, many of the yogis, the meditators, they normally, so not a particular meditation, maybe a general meditative state, they try to keep the Chin Mudra, right? So that's called the Chin Mudra. So this has got a lot of advantages, a lot of benefits, my dear friends. See, this is the Chin Mudra. See here, very simple. So you are taking, right? 1 second. Yeah, sorry. See here, these 5 fingers, there, index finger, thumb, right? Gently touch the both edges, gently, not forcefully or no pressure. Just gently you're touching. And other 3 fingers are close each other, straight upward. Okay, straight outward. So this is the way you can do, and keep on the thighs and practice any amount of time, my dear friends. Need not to be 15 minutes or whatever. I said here the limited time, you can do more than that. It's having highest advantage, friends. See here, increase concentration, especially students, college students, school students, or even the continuous learners, right? All these people having highest advantage in concentration and memory power. Any student who is studying, right, sitting and studying and doing mathematics side, whatever, social side, whatever you're studying, right, then you can have one mudra on the other one hand. The other hand you can use writing and all this thing you can use. This hand can be like this. Okay. Sideways you can keep. When it does like this, it gives a lot of concentration and focus on the subject what he's studying. It gives the faster learning ability. It increases the learning ability and it improves the understanding, analyzing power, right? It causes a lot of Jnana within him. So that's how it is very, very beneficial and enhance the wisdom and knowledge. That's what I said. It tries to increase your curiosity or your inquisity in order to learn more wisdom and more knowledge on any given subject or any different subjects also. You get that kind of inspiration by doing this mudra, my dear friends. That kind of motivation will start within you. Stress reduction. This is other very big, very good advantage of this mudra. If you keep doing this mudra, this slowly the stress will be removed from your mind, like meditation. But of course, not to the extent of meditation. Some extent this does good. And also spiritual connection. So it starts giving a spiritual connectivity. It means it makes you to go the inner. This Dhyana Mudra, it will try to inspire you to go inside. So that's the purpose of this Dhyana Mudra. So that's why most of the people who are practicing different spirituality, they try to have this Chin Mudra and sit here. But there are some disadvantages. That's why we do this kind of mudra, clear Dhyana Mudra for our Anapanasati meditation. Right. Balancing energies. Whatever the energies are there within your body, it will balance out all the energies. So it will synchronize all the energies within your body. Emotional stability. You definitely achieve the great stability in the mind and great stability in the emotions, thoughts. Right? So that's how this mudra works. Jnana mudra, my dear friends. Alleviating any headaches, any kind of headaches and ailment is there, that will be alleviated, that will be removed. Okay. So these are the great, some of the benefits. There are many. Right. So mudra is also seen now. So let's understand what is Viruddha ahara, friends. Today we are trying to understand what is Viruddha ahara. This Viruddha ahara means opposite foods. They should not be mixed and eaten. But without knowledge, science of food, we don't have. That knowledge we don't have. Then what will happen? Whatever it comes across your hand, just if you go to the kitchen, go into the dining, whatever, wherever, you try to eat, mixing this item, that item, the different substances you mix and eat, because you don't have the knowledge. But what happens when you eat that? It creates like the imbalance. It creates some dosha, vata kapha, pitta. These doshas will be created inside the body. It causes the diseases for you. Try to remember this point. So that's why we have to be careful. And sometimes by eating in a different manner or combining each other, these opposite foods, it becomes a poisonous also. It becomes a poisonous. The food poison takes place within your body. It leads to a lot of other problems. Right? So that's why be careful about eating the opposite foods, my dear friends. Right. Let's understand one by one. Number one, tulsi and milk should not be consumed together. Tulsi, the tulsi leaves, basil, and any of the basil, tulsi related things with the milk should not be taken. With the fish, meat, either milk or milk products should not be consumed. When somebody takes the fish, meat, then milk and milk products should not be mixed with them. You should not eat the same time. First of all, fish, meat, all these things is a kind of a rakshasahara, mrutahara, is a dead food. Is a violent food, my dear friends. Anyway, we know very well by this time, most of our people, most of our masters have become a pure vegetarians. Right. So that's why we don't need to discuss much about this. The third point is with raw vegetables, no sweet stuff can be added. Raw vegetables, whatever you take, do not add any sweet and eat. Fourth one, when eating purple food, consumption of curd, buttermilk is not recommended. With milk, no salt. Somehow, some ways, milk and salt cannot be combined. The sixth point, yogurt, buttermilk do not store in the Panchaloha steel, Panchaloha vessel. Some chemical reactions happens. It's not good. Next, seventh point, honey, raw vegetables should not be consumed together. Honey, ghee is not suitable for consumption equal quantities together. Sometimes somebody, honey will be eating, ghee will be eating at a time. Equal amount, whatever it may be. Should not be done that way. Take this, give a gap, and then eat the other one that is digested. Next, with sweet food, consumption of raw onion is not recommended. Along with curd and buttermilk, banana should not be consumed. Okay, whenever you take curd, buttermilk, should not consume the banana. Right? With raw vegetables, butter should not be consumed. Fruit should not be eaten along with the meal. When you are eating meals, just after meal, during meals, fruit can never be eaten. For both of them, the digestion juices are different. Secretion is different. Hence, eat fruits after the food, give a gap of 2 hours and then eat the fruits. Or before food, 1 hour, 1.5 hour before, eat the fruits. The bare food, just fruits, fruit bowl, you eat it. It's good. Eat any sour fruit with milk is not permitted. Along with buttermilk, should not be consumed with ghee. Buttermilk and ghee should not go together into your body. Friends, these are the Viruddha ahara, opposite foods. Now, let's study about the A2 ghee, desi cow ghee. Friends, this is very, very essential. Anything available outside market, which is called A1 ghee. A2 cow. What is A2 cow? You already know by this time. Earlier, we already discussed. A2 refers to, it's one of the beta-casein protein. It's one name of the protein. So that particular protein is present in the desi cow milk, my dear friends. That is why it's called A2 milk. Okay. So this is basically available in our native cows. Okay. So that's good. That's good for consumption. But even then, we should not consume. As I told earlier, the animal protein cannot be digested properly. What can be done is the milk can be converted into curd. Curd can be converted into buttermilk. Through buttermilk, whatever we get the cream, so that is butter. Take the butter, then convert into ghee and you can eat. Right? That's how, friends. So what will happen is, so whatever the way they take the ghee, how you will convert how you will take the ghee from your own house, in your own house. Same thing. So earlier, one day before the curd, you take it, add into the milk. Of course, buy the A2 milk only, no other milk from outside. It is available in cities, some of the places, or go to the Goshala and get this milk. Now, when you add the curd to that, then what will happen? There is a lactobacilla, one bacteria will be there. So that is existing in the curd. So that particular bacteria will convert this milk into the curd, my dear friends. So that's how the transformation happen, right? So that the mutation happen from this state to that state, then it becomes a curd. Once it became a curd, you can convert into buttermilk, obviously. So that's how through that you can extract the ghee, final stages. So that ghee is very, very powerful. So very, very useful, my dear friends. So see here, what are the advantages? Especially it contains vitamin A, D, E, K, right? All the vitamins are there and healthy fats are there. Non-healthy fats are not there. Many of the people, they are confused by many of the doctors. Do not eat more ghee. Which ghee? A2 ghee you can eat. You can eat 7 spoons of the ghee you can eat. One supposed to eat on one day. And kids can eat about 4 to 5 spoons. Ultimately, in 1 month, kids can eat about 600 grams. An adult can eat about 750 to or 1 kg of ghee can be eaten in 1 month. Then you check your health. It will be very, very good. The highly hygienic and you'll be great health you'll be having, my dear friends. That is the power of A2 ghee. Okay, it doesn't destroy. The number of years you store, it doesn't destroy. That is the power of the A2 ghee, friends. So this ghee enhances the intellect and memory. So all this, it eliminates the Jataragni inside. It increases the body strength, increases the skin radiance, very beneficial for children and elderly people. Now, especially children, my dear friends, when they are growing, if you give this A2 ghee especially, their nerves and brain development will be super. The nerves, all their brain development will be super. Okay, that's how the Brahmins eat this ghee more and more. They are, their intellect and their kind of the way the brain works very sharp, my dear friends. Similarly, it will happen for every kid if you start giving the A2 ghee. And also lot of the resistance power will come to the physical body. That's a great advantage of this A2 ghee, my dear friends. And see here, Ayurvedic, many of the times in Ayurvedic medicines and all the herbal medicines, you find definitely A2 ghee. In one or other way, they use the A2 ghee. And also they use go mutra, desi cow mutra they use. So this go mutra and desi cow ghee, so very, very essential elements in the field of medicine of Ayurveda. Now, butter, see here, one point, important point, butter should be prepared from the cream formed on the top of desi cow milk at home. Ghee can be prepared from this butter. This is one of the method. But the other method is make the milk into the curd into the buttermilk, after the buttermilk, on the top of buttermilk, whatever the butter comes from the butter, we can heat and make the ghee. That's also other method, my friend. That is more pure than this one. This quality of the ghee is much far better than the ghee which is available in the market. Maybe Nandini ghee, whatever the ghee it is. So those are not actual ghee. The ghee means the A2 ghee is the best one. Now, some of the remedies I'm giving here. People who are exhausted and weak should consume 1 glass of desi cow milk, 1 spoon of ghee, and some jaggery can be added. This is the best way to improve your, whenever somebody, like not everybody, some people are weak in, having a lot of weakness. Somehow that ability, that strength has to be improved. Then this is a simple method you can use. And for memory and sleeplessness, fainting, nosebleeds, if there is a mental disorder, apply 2 drops of ghee each in the nose before sleeping. This is the one of the method, my dear friends. You can try this. Memory, sleeplessness, fainting, and nosebleeds. Okay. And third one is if the jaggery. This is jaggery. So jaggery and ghee is consumed with the meals, the neuralgia, that is nervous weakness, all this will be relieved, my dear friends. So these are the 3 simple methods we can do at home, right? So this is called Ane Madhu or home remedies. Okay, right. So thank you, friends, for joining the session and giving this opportunity for the Mahavatar Foundation. Please share and subscribe to the Mahavatar TV YouTube channel with your near and dear ones. So thank you once again from Mahavatar Foundation to all the masters who participated here. And let's open for the few number of questions and, let's open the session. Thank you. So if you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, you can express, explain your experience, what you received today from the class. How did you feel? What experience you gained? Or in day-to-day time when you're practicing more meditation, that also you can explain. Any questions are there, please ask.
Sir, how can we identify A2 desi ghee and A2 normal ghee?
Yeah, definitely, ma. That smell itself is so different. Smell is different, and you should go, especially, I'm telling you, go to the Goshala and buy, or organic shops. Okay?
Okay.
That's how you'll get. Otherwise, if you just go and ask somebody, they will confuse you. They make you see, like there are some other ghees are available. They say that it is a organic ghee. That is not correct. That ghee also comes from the Holstein and Jersey cow. But only thing is the food what they give it to that particular Cow is just an organic food. That means without chemicals they give. But the cow itself is a wrong. The cross-breeded animal it is. It is not the original Desi cow, my dear friends. The original Desi cow will be having a hump, okay, like this on the top. The hump is there, no? The
Yeah.
hump, and this, it will be having the horns will be there, right? So that is the indication of a Desi cow. Okay.
Yes.
What will happen is that hump will be there. No, in that there is something called Surya Nadi. What it does is it receives this sun energy directly through that nadi, and it goes into entire body. Even you feed the poison to the Desi cow. It will take poison. It will store here. It will only store here. It doesn't send into the milk. So that is the greatness of Gomata. Cow, Desi cow. There's a lot of education is there on that. Maybe you can talk in different subject in different class. Okay, that's why we say that 33,000 crores of devatas are there within this Desi cow. We say that.
Yes.
There's a lot of meaning in it. Okay.
Sir,
Pranam, sir.
So use Desi cow ghee as much as possible from today. So we
sir, why there is difference in nature's concept of finger and Patriji's concept of finger?
No, there is no difference. I told you already. The nature's fingers, five fingers of nature elements is correct. That is with respect to the physicality, right? The all other Patriji 5-finger concept is a symbolization, just to make you to understand. We have designed like that. Okay, in order.
Thumb is Agni Tattva in nature's concept.
That's what I explained. In the class I explained, right? White is indicated. Did you get that point?
Yes.
In these fingers, this indicates in the spiritual side, we call this actually in the physical side, this called as a Akash Tattva.
Yes.
The sky, Akash Tattva. But in the spiritual side, we said it as a Akash Tattva.
Akash Tattva, yes.
This indicates emptiness, this indicates consciousness, this indicates the Paramatma. Sarva. Okay. So it's just a symbolization. Don't worry about it. Here, if I say this is a soul, this soul means soul is not here. Don't get confused. Soul is not here. This is the way. This is how the symbolization, the representation, and correlation, and trying to explain you, making you to more understand. We use these fingers, 5 fingers. But there is nothing like that. If I say this is a Kumbhakarna is not here. If you say Ravana here, Ravana is not here, isn't it? This is a symbolization, that's all. The concept, that's why we call it a concept. But 5 element, basic element, yes, it is true. Is there within these fingers. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
If you say like that, if you show this is a Vayu Tattva. If you combine this your Vayu element within your body will be harmonized and balanced. Okay?
Sir, in this combination, we combine Vayu Tattva with Agni Tattva or Vayu Tattva with Akash Tattva?
No. This one is, see here, this is actually basically what happened. See, for example, if you saw here, this is Prithvi Tattva, na? This is the Vayu Tattva, Vayu and Agni. Okay, like this. Let's say if you combine this Agni and Akash Tattva, if you combine this Prithvi Tattva, Prithvi and Agni, if you combine this is Jal and Agni, like this. Anything you like this, you do like this, it's going to balance. Okay, it's going to balance. For example, you just see here, this is the one Prithvi Tattva. Okay, so this Prithvi, this Prithvi one, if you keep like this, the Prithvi Tattva, the earth element in your body, will be harmonized. If I do like this, if I just keep at the base of the thumb, and if I apply like this, the Priti Tattva will be reduced. No balancing, it will suppress.
Yes.
Yeah, the importance of this is you are suppressing, you are pressing down.
Yes.
Similarly, if I put like this, then it's pressing down, that's all. So likewise, so the variation of the different mudra functions in different way in the physical body.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Right now.
Pranam, sir.
Pranam.
This topic is too vast to understand, sir. I need to go through the what we say, go to the lectures or the session twice, thrice. Then it will be more clear.
Yes, sir.
And I can understand, but I cannot. Matlab, 50-50 is going on, sir, in my this thing.
Okay, definitely. So
Yeah.
we have to go through again, and
Yeah.
so you need to do Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana.
Yeah.
Those 3 steps must be continued.
Yeah. To understand these 5 fingers, sir. I have understood, but I cannot. It is not clear, sir.
Yes, it's not clear means you understood, but it doesn't go inside to you at the same time.
Yeah. Because first time only I have heard all these things, sir.
It won't go inside that easily, but we should, as you keep doing it, as you keep practicing it, the Sravana should continue, Manana should continue, Nididhyasana should continue. Then slowly you become that becomes you.
Yeah. Sir, one thing I didn't get, you said that there is a doorway for the breathing. Sir, I did not get that. For what context you were saying that, sir? Consciousness and breathing physically means consciousness to
See, it's very simple. So
yeah, physical.
That's a little higher form of wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
The consciousness is the ocean. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You want to tap that. That consciousness. You want to tap. You want to access.
Yeah.
The key is very small. That is your breath.
Consciousness.
Okay?
So through
same
breathing.
time, yes.
Yeah. Sir.
The same time, I compared with a big palatal house, a big mansion. Though it's a big mansion, my key is only this much.
Yeah.
Okay, key is this much, but it is the highly principal, the highly required thing, very important thing, mandatory. That key will open the door of a big mansion like that. Then you go inside the mansion and you can be very comfortable and happy. You can enjoy the pleasure of this mansion. The great things are available in that. Lot of facilities are there within the mansion. Similarly, you want to get the consciousness, you want to achieve the high state of wisdom, you want to achieve the great spiritual experiences, you must connect to the consciousness, without which you can't get anything. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Consciousness is the higher form of intelligence, wisdom, and energy. Everything is there in that. That is everything. Okay? When that is everything, how do you access it? You don't have access.
No.
Your both eyes cannot see. Your both ears cannot listen.
Yeah.
Through your words you cannot connect it. You can't connect through your mind. You can't connect through your this one buddhi also.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with any other, anything outside, outer things will never reach to that.
No.
Okay, the panchendriyas, karmendriyas, nothing can work in that. In that context of connecting to the consciousness, nothing will work.
Yeah, I'm getting it, sir. Somewhat getting it.
Yes, only the one which works is just a breath, just your own breath. It will connect.
Getting it, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I need to follow these sessions only or something more, what we say at basic level, something is there over, sir.
No, it's see, these and all will not be written in a particular book or what. Okay.
No, no, I've never read, sir,
You
anything.
can't read it from a book, one book, whatever the wisdom comes out in the sessions, it will
Yeah.
not be available in one book. Okay.
No, not
It-
books, sir. In your sessions,
Sessions, Mahavatar TV only. Mahavatar TV everywhere is there, no?
so
Mahavatar TV, continuous, every batch will be doing sessions, right? So
Yeah.
in every batch, there are so many videos.
okay.
20 videos are there, 21 videos are there in every batch. So obviously you'll be able to, this concept itself from one time to other time, it will keep changing. It will not be same.
But sir, if I understand this, then so many things will be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
because everything is in this Panch Tattva, Rajogun, Tamogun, everything is on this finger only, sir. Everything is.
Yes. Correct.
I'm not getting it, sir, but I need to go through it.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Just keep practicing.
Yeah,
Do
twice.
meditation, do swadhyaya, sajana
Yeah.
sadhyaya. Keep listening to videos again and again. Try to, go inside. Literally go inside.
Okay.
Okay. Just what happens most of the times, we just listen and just forget it. That doesn't work.
No, it is not the what we say. When this journey should not be the listening and forgetting it. It
Yes.
should be manan. Manan should abhyas should be there every time, sir.
Correct. That's more important.
Yeah, sir. Sir,
That
I
will
need
be-
to understand one thing. I need to understand if you eat underground, what we say, potatoes and all those underground things. So we go into tamas or what, sir? We
Yes.
are pure
Yes.
Jain. We are
Yes.
pure Jain, sir.
Absolutely
We
right.
don't.
Absolutely right. It will improve the tamo character.
Yeah. So I don't.
Whichever is underground, it will introduce some tamo guna.
Okay, so then the meditation practice or the understanding part will be difficult or no, sir?
Yes, it will impact.
It will have the impact.
Right.
So I should avoid all the underground things, sir. I don't eat
Maximum.
groundnuts.
You
Groundnuts.
try to avoid maximum. Yes.
Yeah, groundnut should be avoided,
But
sir.
groundnut no. Groundnut is a different thing altogether. Only this vegetable part,
Okay.
whatever is below the ground, that you should avoid. Groundnut is something different. So
No,
groundnut is going to be very beautiful because it has got a lot of proteins. Mainly groundnut is having rich in protein.
That only I need to ask you, sir. I
That
don't
is-
eat underground things or before 6
Directly,
o'clock.
see what happens, I'll tell you. Whichever is available directly underground, see
Yeah.
the groundnut is protected with a layer, with a protective cover. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is how you can eat. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, basically, whatever I had to eat, I eat before 5 o'clock only. After that, we don't eat anything, sir.
Great. Very
So,
great.
so for the meditation practice only, I am doing, sir, this.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
to
By
have
by 7 or something. 7 also okay. Not a problem.
no, okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, I'll go through this session twice, thrice, sir. I'm not getting it, but I'm interested to get inside. What is what we say? More things will be clear.
Yeah.
If these things are, if I understand this lecture.
So the real Jnana, if you wanted,
Yeah.
of course, you have to put your effort, no doubt. So otherwise, the real Jnana, real wisdom will not come.
Yeah, I'm lucky to have these sessions, these beautiful sessions at the comfort zone, sir, at my place, sir. I'm lucky to have, and I'm blessed to have you, sir, in our life, sir.
Definitely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So much wisdom, so much jnana, so much knowledge you have, sir. Great.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, friends. So today is 19th day. Tomorrow is the last but one day. Tomorrow we'll have the future, whatever the announcements, and we'll have the final day. What is the final day is going to be wonderful. We'll have a special workshop on the last day. So that all tomorrow we'll announce it, complete details. Okay.
Sir, to attend the next batch, then you will send the link or what, sir?
Yeah, it's not working. We are working on that right now. the syllabus, especially the syllabus and WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group will be open now
Yeah.
very soon, maybe
Okay.
tomorrow day after.
Okay.
By the end of the session, we'll be announcing, and
Okay.
syllabus is getting prepared.
Okay. Getting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Shubhratri, sir.
Good. Namaste. Namaste to all. Thanks for your participation in this session, giving an opportunity to the Mahavatar Foundation. So once again, so namaste, dhanyavad. Thank you.
Dhanyavad, sir. And Shubhratri, sir.
Subrat, yes.